Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Had to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba, not Yahuwah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua, it's Yahweh Shah. So let it give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, and the bishop, and a great millstone, who well, who teach well, who are the apostles, and over all of Israel, ready to accept it or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth and believing this truth with the four winds of the earth. The entire world share light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Akbar who are listening learning. You for sisters who are listening learning. Coming to another lesson, truth, facts, faith, and edification, another day of edification, Lord willing to be edifying. So I titled this lesson. They are still using unjust balances and measures to rule their last empire. And they can easily clean up their act, which they can't, because the Lord said he showed favor to the wicked, yet would they not learn righteousness in Isaiah 26 and 10. So before I get this article, I want to pull this article up. So bear with me. I got 3 articles I want to show real quick. Lord willing, the Spirit allows. I want to show these other 3 articles before I get into that, because that's going to be the main. This article, that article is going to be the topic. So let me show this one. Just some in the news headlines before I get to the main. Now this say Biden announces $200 million in additional military aid to Ukraine during Zelensky's visit to White House. U.S. has roughly 4.4 billion remaining in weapons it can provide from Pentagon stockpiles. So I want to show that. You come back to me. Just a couple of headlines I want to show. Lord willing, this computer act right. Let me get this next one. While America is defending Ukraine from Russia and defending Taiwan from China, and they also defending Israel from Iran. So let me get this one. Their army is spread it thin, man. Let's get this one here. Now this one, I want to read some of this from my phone. It says BRICS makes good dollars, Salakia. It said a 2 billion copper mega deal. So I'm gonna read some of this from my phone. Because I had this. I was holding this for a minute. Well, from a couple days ago, not that long. So let me open this up and read this. Shalom to the occupant. I walk to the knee. Thumb. Dish the US dollar. It reads. So like you bear with me here. Now my computer wanna buff. And I ain't had no problems before I started this. So it reads this. A Chinese yuan and 2 billion copper mega deal China focuses its BRICS strategy on Africa. Border See, this how he play when I do lessons, going into articles. This is how they play. So anyway, let me just read it from the phone. And I'll put the article back up again. It reads, BRICS make good on their word to ditch the US dollar. The 2 billion copper mega deal. BRICS ditch the dollar for Chinese yuan and 2 billion copper mega deal. China focuses its BRICS strategy on Africa. China is persuading African nations to use the Chinese yuan instead of the US dollar for cross-border transactions as it moves to expand the BRICS alliance. Zambia exports raw and processed copper to China each year for 2 billion. China is pushing de-dollarization by encouraging Zambia to pay for copper using the yuan. China has been instrumental in promoting the de-dollarization movement across many developing countries, including those in Africa. The BRICS nations, it got Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, have recently taken bold steps to fulfill their commitment to reducing dependence on the US dollar. This strategic this strategic move comes to the forefront as these emerging economies embark on a groundbreaking 2 billion copper mega deal, one to be settled in Chinese yuan. The decision to shift away from the US dollar reflects the BRICS nations' collective pursuit of a greater financial uh, autonomy and reduce what is this uh, vulnerability to the fluctuation of a single currency. BRICS ditched the dollar for Chinese yuan and 2 billion copper mega deal. So this is big. Now let me go back to this. These devils. Every time I pull these articles up, these devils always mess with me, man. Let me get this next one. This is this one here reads, it's a BRICS, Russia and South Africa ditch US dollar in 265 million oil deal. Now I'm gonna read this from the phone. And Esau gonna mess with this. So if you do it again, just bear with me, man. This is how they play when I use articles. Every time I use article, this is what they do. When I just do lessons and use the blue letter, they don't bother my channel at all. Show you how them bastards be playing, but it's cool. It's how the spirit of Yahweh Shema was shy anyway. This is Shalom, Yahweh Shema was shy Brakatah, GMS Memphis, Shalom, bro. This is it's a BRICS, Russia and South Africa ditch US dollar and 265 million oil deal. In a continuation of the bloc's overarching de-dollarization efforts, BRICS members Russia and South Africa have ditched the US dollar in a landmark 265 million oil deal. Indeed, reports have stated that the former tabbed Russian bank as the preferred investor for a massive gas refinery contract. So I just want to show these headlines because Babylon the Great is this bully that the nations. Your browser has lost connection to your screen. What? Try to share your screen again. Hold on, bear with me, man. Hold on here. Boy, I tell you, boy, these bastards, boy. All right, Salakia. Hold on, let me make sure. They didn't cut me. They didn't just cut my camera. Hey, these bastards is hurt, man. These songs got nothing else to do but monitor our videos. Anyway, so you got America, Babylon the Great being a bully, and these nations are tired of the bully, man. And you heard the guy say it in the movie. He said, now our enemies are joining together, man, which was America's old allies. The allies of America is joining together to team up against this bully. Now here's this headline that I want to show. That's why I titled this lesson. Now, when I first saw this, it said, which is right here, the word decision. Dealing with these feds, it says, let me read this. US dollar heads flat into the Fed's rate decision and Powell's comments. It says most, matter of fact, hold on. Let me go to this and I'm gonna pull it up on let me pull it up in Google and read this because Esau be playing games, man. Every time I go to Arcos, they do this garbage, but it's okay. Let me pull up on the phone. So bear with me here. So it reads, US dollar heads flat into the Fed's rate decision and Powell's comments. Most recent article, US dollar trades neutrally in anticipation of Fed's final 2023 meeting. The US dollar unchanged ahead of the Fed rate decision. And the buzzword that I want to deal with is decision. Traders brace for an expected firm pushback on rate cuts from the Fed. The US dollar index hovers around 104 with 105 targeted. If the Fed delivers hawkish message, the US dollar is steady and sideways against all major G20 currencies. Ahead of the US Federal Reserve meeting, traders are bracing for the last US Federal Reserve meeting for 2023, although another pause in the monetary policy rate looks to be a given. The guidance speech from the US Fed Chairman Jerome Powell will be the event that might move the needle. Another factor could be the Fed's dot plot forecasting the trajectory of interest rates based on the consensus views of Fed members. On the economic front, all eyes will be on the 19th. They got 19th hour GMT for the official rate announcement and initial guidance following the press conference with Jerome Powell. So the points I want to make is these niggas, they get what my amateur Bible said, give me control of the money, and I care not who make the laws. Well, they make the laws as well, man. This one say dollar drops as Fed signals as Fed single signals coming rate cuts. And I was mentioning this yesterday. The dollar tumbled against the euro and yen on Wednesday after the Federal Reserve singled in new economic projections. Let's open this one up. And the point I'm going to make is these bastards are still using unjust balances and measures to rule their last kingdom. When they can fix this and correct the homelessness, they can correct the food shortages, which is all from the Lord, because the Lord is finna judge 2/3 of Israel. And as it tell you in Isaiah 3, when the Lord is taking away the comfort, all these things that's going on dealing with interest rates, and because they said in 22 years this is the highest that interest rate has been, and it's going to get worse. But they doing this purposely. They got to crash the dollar to bring in the new digital currency, man, the new system, the new world system, man. Currency will be the MOTB. Now this reads: the dollar tumbled against the euro and yen on Wednesday after the Federal Reserve uh, signed in new economic projections that U.S. interest rate increases have come to an end and lower borrowing costs are coming in 2024. No, it ain't. A near unanimous 17 of 19 Fed officials project that the policy rate will be lower by the end of 2024. By the end of 2024. Not coming in 2024. It's with the median projection showing the rate falling 3/4 of a percentage point from the current 5.25%, 5.50% range. No officials see rate or higher by the end of next year. This is what they telling the people, man. See, this is all conditioning through gradualism. It say the Fed kept interest rates steady for the third meeting in a row, as was widely expected. The Fed turned decisively dovish this afternoon, waving a red flag in the front of market bulls, hoping for an easing in policy. It say traders are now pricing in 72% probability of a rate cut in March, up from 49% earlier on Wednesday, and a 94% likelihood by May, according to the CME Group Fed Watch. The US dollar index dropped to 102.89, down 0.83% on the day, and the lowest since November 30th. The euro rose 0.80. So this is it says some analysis have expected that Fed Chairman Jerome Powell would push back against market pricing and indicate that a rate cut would be unlikely in the first half of the year. Powell said the central bank was likely done raising interest rates, but kept open the option to act again if needed, noting that the economy has surprising forecasters. Yeah, it do. So the point I want to make is these devils can easily balance out the scales, man. But they are not. Let me get this. They ain't gonna do that, man. But the Lord said these devils. And so now these nations, because of what Esau has done through if you go to if you go to Google and type in economic warfare, they use economic warfare, they use tariffs, embargoes, and sanctions. As a matter of fact, let me pull that up, man. Before I read these, I just got a few precepts. Let me pull this up. Bear with me here. Because these devils can easily do away with this, man. But they don't. Why not? Because we dealing with the wicked, man. Now this is from Britannica. Let me see if it's the same one. Yeah. So let me show you this because these bastards, man, they can easily do away with this, but they don't. Because the Lord said in Isaiah 26:10, let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will they deal unjustly. And they can easily fix the problems of the world, man. These devils, when you look at the what's it called, the debt clock, everybody on the planet Earth in America owe the government $60,000, man. For what? Everybody, each and every one of us owe the government $60,000. So this is a economic warfare, international law. It reads, and this is why I tell you in Jeremiah 51 that the nations are angry, man. The nations is mad. So that's why I tell you in what's that, Job, is it Job 20:22? I think it is. Every hand of the wicked, every hand of the wicked shall come upon them, man. Which is that word, when you go to that word wicked, it say every hand of the laborers shall come upon them. So this is economic warfare. And this is the reason the nations is angry with Babylon, man, and they are joining BRICS. Economic warfare, the use of or the threat to use economic means against a country in order to and military use of economic means to compel an adversary to change its policies, which they cause all nations to change their policies. Right? Every nation have to follow the ways of Babylon the Great, man. Its policies, legislations, its democracy, its draconian measures, its constitutions. It say also include the use of economic means to compel an adversary to change its policies or behavior or to undermine its ability to conduct normal relations with other countries. Some common means of economic warfare are trade embargoes, boycotts, sanctions, tariffs, discrimination, the freezing of capital assets, the suspension of aid, the prohibition of investment and other capital flows, and expoliation, ex, expropriation. Salakia. It's a countries engaging in economic warfare seek to weaken an adversary's physical, financial, and by otherwise technological exchanges with other countries. Economic warfare consisting of blockades and the interception of contraband among uh, belligerents. Belligerents has been practiced since before the Peloponnesian War. In ancient Greece, in modern times, it uses have broadened to include putting pressure on neutral countries from which enemy countries could obtain supplies and denying potential enemy goods. The 20th century was the embargo, sometimes total and sometimes restricted to strategic goods, i.e., those that are essential for military purposes. During the Cold War, for example, United States and its allies attempted to deny the Soviet Union and its allies access to computers, telecommunications equipment, and other uh, technologies of high economic and military value. It reads, the effectiveness of economic warfare depends on a number of factors, including the capacity of the adversary to produce the restricted goods internally or to acquire them from other countries. For example, efforts by the United States to oust Fidel Castro were frustrated, increasing trade between Cuba and Mexico, Canada, and Western Europe. Although economic warfare is often considered a relatively inexpensive complement or alternative to military engagement, it imposes costs on the initiating country by denying its access to economic exchange with the targeted country. So I want to show you that. This is why you read scriptures like Jeremiah. Let me get a few precepts. Jeremiah 51 and verse 8. Let's get there real quick, as a matter of fact. I just got a few precepts, man. Because these devils can easily fix these problems, man. But they ain't. Oh, what's that? Revelation 11:18. It says, and the nations were angry. This is Jeremiah 51 and 8. This is how these devils ruling the earth, man. Through just unjust, man. This is Jeremiah 51 and 7. It reads, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations are mad. It said the nations are drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. Why? Because of this system, man. Because of the what's the word? Rudiments in Colossians 2 and 8, man. You see, this is their root. This is their foundation, their first beginnings, their principles, their essentials, their tariffs, embargoes, their economic warfare, man. Their draconian measures, right? Their democracy, their policies, man. It's just through their policies. It's just through them, man. Just like the brother put up, dealing with Antiochus, man, Antiochus, Epiphanes, man, in the Greek Empire. Everybody had to conform. It said that he sent out letters. When you read in First Maccabees 1, First Maccabees 1, the whole chapter, man, that he sent out letters. Let me pull this up. Let me get it from the phone real quick. This nigga sent out a decree, man, that all nations shall follow him. And when you read in man, Mattathias, man, he put them wicked Israelites to flight, man. They tried to compel Mattathias. Let me read some of this, man. And I wasn't trying to make this too long. Let me read some of this. This is First Maccabees 1. I want to jump in here and let's see. I'm gonna read 10. This First Maccabees 1 and 10. It say, and there came out of them so like a wicked root, Antiochus, surname Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 130th and 70th year of the kingdom of Greece. So it say, and made, let's see, now it say verse 16. Now when the kingdom was established by Antiochus, he thought to reign over Egypt that he might have dominion over two realms. Wherefore he entered into Egypt with a great multitude with chariots, elephants, and horsemen, and a great navy, and made war against Ptolemy, king of Egypt. Let them go down. You see right here. So it say, and after this is verse 20, First Maccabees 1 and 20. And after the Antiochus had smitten Egypt, he returned in the 143rd year and went up against Israel and Jerusalem with a great multitude and entered proudly into the sanctuary and took away the golden altars and the candlesticks of light and all the vessels thereof, and the table of showbread and pouring vessels and vials and censers of gold and the veil and the crown and the golden ornaments that were before the temple, all which he poured off. So it say, and when he had taken all away, he went into his own land, having made a great massacre and spoken very proudly. Therefore there was a great mourning in Israel in every place where they were, so that the princes and elders mourned, and the virgins and young men were made feeble, and the beauty of women was changed. Getting down to this point, it say, and after 2 years fully expired, King sent, this is what I want, First Maccabees 1 and 29. Salaki had to scroll through to get to this. And after 2 years fully expired, King sent his chief collector of tribute unto the cities of Judah, who came unto Jerusalem with a great multitude, and spake peaceable words unto them, but all was deceit. And this also is in Daniel 8, that he said he spoke peaceable word, but all was deceit. That's in Daniel 8 as well. For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore, and destroyed much people of Israel. And when he had taken the spoils of the city, he set it on fire and pulled down the houses and walls thereof on every side. So jumping down and say, bear with me here, I'm looking for this point too. Verse 41 it reads, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom, that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. See, the heathens, all of them, it said, yeah, many of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. For the king had sent letters by messenger unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days and pollute the sanctuary and holy people. So it's the same things going on. This is what Esau do, man. Oh, let me get this. I just make that point. It's a lot in here in this first Maccabees. When you go to Habakkuk, this is Habakkuk 1 and 6. Start with Antiochus. Start with Alexander the Great. This is Habakkuk 1 and 6. For lo, I'll raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation. That bitter and hasty nation. If you look at the word America, it means bitter. Which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs. They are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment and their dignity shall precede of themselves. Their horses also are swifter than the leopards, and are more fierce than the evening wolves. And their horsemen shall spread themselves, just like now. America is spread at defending Taiwan from China, which Taiwan is a part of China. They defended Ukraine from Russia, which is Ukraine is a part of Russia. And they defended Israel, basically from Iran. It reads, and their horsemen shall come from far. They shall fly as the eagle that hasten to eat. They shall come out for violence. They shall sup up their faces shall sup up as the east wind, and they shall gather the captivity as the sand. And they shall scoff at the kings, and the princes shall be a scorn unto them. They shall deride every stronghold, for they shall heap dust and take it. And this is what Esau Edom has done, man. And this is what this bastard do. He was set up to do these things. Now let me get this. In Leviticus, so the reason these nations is mad, man, because of the policies, the draconian measures, their legislations. It's and when do you know what these nations is doing with Saudi Arabia, which is America's number one ally, and they done joined the BRICS, man. That's treason, man. What Saudi Arabia has done is treason, and Turkey playing both sides of the field. But the scripture tell you in Ezekiel 38 that Turkey is gonna. Oh, that's what I want to show. So let me show this one too. Salakia. It was another one I had. Oh, right here. This just popped up. I just saw this before I started this lesson. Listen to this. Because these nations is trying to get out. This is what America has done. Listen to this. This is as of 12/14/23, which is today. This is about Laura Kelly. Came out at 12:35. I guess today. I'm assuming. Yeah, this morning or 12:35 this afternoon. It's a Congress approves bill barring any president from unilaterally withdrawing from NATO. It said Congress have approved legislation that will prevent any president from withdrawing the United States from NATO without approval from the Senate or an act of Congress. Ah, these bastards is losing, man. It's a The measures, spearheaded by Senate Tim Kaine and Marco Rubio, was included in the annual National Defense Authorization Act, which passes out of the House on Thursday and is expected to be signed by President Biden. The provision underscores Congress' commit to the NATO alliance that was a target of the former President Trump during his term in office. The alliance has taken on revitalized importance under Biden, especially since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine February 2022. NATO has held strong in response to Russia's President Vladimir Putin's war in Ukraine and rising challenges around the world. Kaine said in a statement, he added, the legislation reaffirms U.S. support for the crucial alliance that is foundational for our national security. It also sends a strong message to authoritarians, Slovakia, let me get this word right, authoritarians around the world, authori, authoritarians around the world that feel that the free world remains united. Rubio said the measures served as a critical tool for congressional oversight. We must ensure we are protecting our national interests and protecting the security of our democratic allies, he said in a statement. And these niggas to pass the bill that you can't just dip out. You gotta be voted on. Man, that ain't how the Lord, man, listen, man. This is not how it's supposed to work, man. Congress approved bill bearing any president. Congress have approved legislation that will prevent any president from withdrawing the United States from NATO without approval from the Senate or an act of Congress. And this is them jamming themselves in the hole, man. These Babylon is through, man. They are running out of options. Let me get this. These bastards, man. Leviticus is Leviticus 19, and it's going to get worse. Inflation. You know, it is the Lord that's doing this. That's the cold thing about it, man. It's the Lord that's taking away. And Isaiah 3:1, the Lord, He's going to take away the comfort. This is Leviticus 19:35. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. It said in yard, in weight, or in measure. Just balances, just weights, a just ephah, and a just hand shall ye have. I am Yahweh your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt. Let me get this in a different translation. Read 35. I'm gonna read 36. So it say NIV. Do not use dishonest standards when measuring length, weight, or quantity. Right? ESV said you should do no wrong in judgment in measuring of length or weight or quantity. Let me see what it say in NET say. You must not do injustice in the regulations of measures, whether length, weight, or volume. Now let me go back and get 36. See what 36 say. NLT. NIV say use honest scales and honest weights, and honest ephah and an honest hin. Let's get it in NET reads, you must have honest balances, honest weights, and honest ephah and an honest hin. Okay, it's the same. What is the other one? NLT. Your scales and weights must be accurate. Your containers for measuring dry material or liquids must be accurate. I am the Lord, I am Yahweh, your power, who brought you out of the land of Egypt. And Esau is not doing this, man. Let's get this in the proverb. These bastards is not doing things just, man. It's Proverbs 20 and 23. It reads, diverse weights are an abomination unto Yahweh, and a false balance is not good. Let's see what NLT say. NIV. The Lord detests differing weights, and dishonest scales do not please him. And this place got to go, man. But what these bastards have done is turn things upside down, like I tell you in Isaiah 5. NLT reads, the Lord detests double standards. See? Double standards, these bastards is. He is not pleased by dishonest scales. And also had this one in Proverbs 11 and 1. This is why these nations, which is all prophecy, but this is how the Lord playing chess to make nations, to make these people separate, man. See, when Paul said in 1 Thessalonians 5, I'm sorry, like 2 Thessalonians 2, that he will be revealed in his time. You can't get around the wickedness that's being done, man. And this wickedness has only been done by one nation of people. This is Proverbs 11 and 1. A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. Now, this is Proverbs 16. 11. And what these devils is doing, the Lord got them balancing these scales like this, man. Because these things got to come and knock on Jake's door, man. These Jake that's living comfortable, they have no fear of the Lord. They have no care, man. Amos 5 and 8 gonna knock on your door, man. When these calamities start to happening, this is Proverbs 16:11. A just weight and balance are the Lord's. All the weights of the bag are his work. So the Lord is using these Edomites to upset or to turn things upside down, man. And I like to bring this out in Isaiah. It's Isaiah 24 and 1. Because the Lord said he made when you read Romans 9, he said he made out of one lump. He made two vessels out of one lump. That lump would be Isaac's sperm, right? So out of one lump, he made two vessels, one to honor and one to dishonor. Now this is Isaiah 24 and 1 and reads, behold, Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. So when you read this in Isaiah 29, let me get a couple of these. This is Isaiah 29 and 16. This is all about Israel, man. This is about the Lord said he's going to discipline, he's going to nourish and discipline the hopeful elect. But 2/3, he's going to discipline the elect. 2/3 is being brought up, nourished up with folly and wrath, man. And in the end, destruction. But the elect, the remnant, is being nourished with discipline, man. Being corrected. This is Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turn of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. So who's the potter? It's Yahweh. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say to him that framed it, he have none understanding? So the Lord, right? Let's read this in one of these versions. One of these versions. Salaki, I said virgin. This is NIV. Your turn of things upside down, as if the potter were thought to be like the clay. So what is form? So what is form say to what is form say to the one who formed it? You did not make me. Can the pot say to the potter, you know nothing? No, man. Let me see what the other one say. Let's get the NIV. NLT say, how foolish can you be? He is the potter, and he is certainly greater than you. The clay, should the created things say of the one who made it, he didn't make me? Does a jar ever say the potter who made it made me is stupid? So the Lord is the one that's turning these things upside down, but he's using Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, as a tool. And when you see these people, man, let me get this in Isaiah 45 and 9. Because this reads, Woe unto him that striveth with his maker. Let the potsherd strive with the potsherds of the earth. Shall the clay say to him that fashioned it, what makest thou? Or thy work, he have no hands? Woe unto him that striveth with his maker. That's why when you see, that's why the scripture talk about no marvel, man, at a heathen or a two-third Jake, man. Because we dealing with the this is the work of Yahweh Shema Shah, man, the Heavenly Father, man. Woe unto him that striveth with his maker. Esau is doing what the Lord got him doing, man. The two-third is doing what the Lord got him doing. This slow-bellied Shiva Jota head, blondie nigga, Ty. Man, that nigga don't know nothing, man. This nigga don't know nothing, man. Those that been in the ministry for years, pushing the name of Yahweh Shema Shah, but now it's Most High Christ and blessed, and they got that bag, man. The Lord doing this. Because it tell you in 1 Corinthians 11:19 that it must be heresies among us, that we may know who's approved by Yahweh Shema Shah to teach sound doctrine. Let me get this one in Ecclesiastes. Esau can easily turn the world right side up, but that's not a part. That's that's not their lot, man. The Lord said, "What He have made crooked cannot be straightened." Ecclesiastes 7. Let's get this in Ecclesiastes 33:14. It reads, Ecclesiastes 33:13, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them, the Edomites, as liking him best. Let's get this Ecclesiastes. These devils is going through all this, and in the end, the allies gonna turn on them, man. They're gonna turn on them. These nations is pissed off, but the Lord said that they have given their kingdom to the beast until the words of the Lord be fulfilled, man. So they can't do nothing until the elect get sealed. Once the elect get sealed, everything is going to speed up, as the apostle always mentioned. Ecclesiastes 7:13, consider the work of God, for who can make that straight which he have made crooked? Isaiah. They have to turn things upside down, as to tell you in Second Ezra 4, the evil is sown, right? It say Isaiah 26:10, let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly. And we know who's in the land of so-called uprightness. And they dealing unjustly. We know who this is. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. In the land of uprightness, they won't behold the majesty of the Lord, man. The Lord said, we have made straight, cannot be, we have made crooked, cannot be straightening, man. And that's why I tell you in Ecclesiastes, let me go back to this. What is that? Ecclesiastes 4:16. There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them. They also that come after them, they also that come after shall not rejoice in him. See, there's no future for the Edomites, man. Even those that come after shall not rejoice. And that's why you got Glenn Bex and Ron Paul and Jeremy Babe and Peter Schiff and Chris Hedges and Richard Wolf. They all complain. They basically they crying on wax, man. They crying on their podcasts, man. Especially Glenn Beck red ass. They all crying, man. What's the other guy named the fat ass from what's that Common? The Common show. They all crying, man, because there is nothing good coming to them, man. Oh, the guy been watching this guy, Jeffrey Sachs. He did it. He had interviewed a guy said the Edomite said they have taken God out of everything, man. Why they take God out of the school system? Why they taking God out of everything? Because we talking about it tell you in 2 Thessalonians 2:4, who opposed him and exalted himself against all that is called God or that is worship. so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. They had to remove the Heavenly Father Yahweh and his only God's Son and the remembrance of the Hebrew Israelites, man. They had to remove all that. For them to be God, they had to say that they the people of God. You got to remove, and the Lord let them do it. The Lord let them do this. But what's going on? What did it tell you in Isaiah 25 and 7? The Lord is coming. He's destroying the covenant cast of all people, man. And that veil that was spread over all nations. The so-called white man put the name Chinese on Moab and Japanese on Ammon and put the name Africans on the Hamites, man. The so-called white man did that and told you that you were Puerto Rican, Dominican, Republic, Slovakia. He told you that you was a Negro, colored, black, right? Afro American, African American. You a spick, spook, porch monkey, wetback, and savage. The so-called white man did that, man. But now, Isaiah 25 and 7, the Lord said He's gonna make Esau barren in the last days, man. Now the wickedness that's done in the earth is coming from one nation of people. The chemtrails, the GMO food, the contaminated waters. There's over 10 states and they done passed bestiality law where you can sleep with animals in over 10 states right here in Babylon. That's wickedness, man. The Lord gave us a law in Leviticus 18 not to sleep with no damn animals, man. This is Isaiah 25 and 7. And he will destroy in this mountain. What's this mountain? It's a rulership, it's the government. It's the mountain over all mountains. That's what the Lord said in Isaiah with that Jeremiah 51. That he would. Oh, let me read it. Matter of fact, let me get it from the phone. Isaiah 25 and 7. And I will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast of all people. So what the Lord said in Hosea 1 and 10, not here in Babylon the Great, where it said unto us that we are not the people of God, there it shall be told us in America that we are the sons of the living power, man. What is that? Jeremiah 51. Let's put these together. This is Jeremiah 51 and 24. It reads, and I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea for all the evil that they have done in Zion, in the land of the upright, in your sight, saith Yahweh. So we watching them be wicked in our land. For it said, behold, I am against thee, who? O destroying mountain, saith Yahweh, which destroyeth all the earth. They destroying the whole planet. It's the so-called white man. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks and will make thee a what? Burnt mountain. So right here in Isaiah 25 and 7, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covered cast of all people. So now here in America, it's the men of Israel that the elect, the hopeful elect telling you, you ain't no Chinese, you Moab. You ain't no Japanese, you Ammon. You ain't no African, you Ham. You ain't no Arab, you Ishmael. You ain't no what it is, Iranian, you Elam. Yeah. You ain't no so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian, Haitian. You the Hebrew Israelites from the 12 tribes. In this mountain, and now he said he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast of all people and the veil that is spread of all nations. And America is known as the great melting pot. All 18 nations are here, man. So these Edomites is being exposed, and nations is hating them because now everybody know that it's him. Even though the Russian Edomites and the Lord said Russia to be a guard to the other nations, but now the nations see America is it's the elites that's controlling the world from America, man. The elites don't stay here. They can give two shits about Babylon the Great being destroyed with missiles. They don't stay here, man. Anyway, just some points I want to make, man. When I saw the article, these bastards don't care about this place, man. They don't care about the people. Tell you in Sirach 14 that he's a Negro at his table. Esau despised his birthright. To despise your birthright mean you don't care about your people, man. You don't care about your lineage. You don't care if you had kids or not. You all for yourself. Because he could have easily waited for Jacob to get through cooking the food, man. He could have easily waited, man. He knew the laws. Isaac is his father, man. He could have waited. He knew. Anyway, he despised the birthright, and they are using false balances and unjust measures, man. And this is what the nations and these unbalanced these unjust balances and false measures is the economic warfare, man. Tariff, sanction, embargoes. This is what they do. They send in the economic hitman. And I was gonna make the point because I mentioned treason, right? What Saudi Arabia and other nations are doing to Babylon is treason. And just like they killed Gaddafi, why they ain't killing other nations? Huh? Why they doing other nations like that? Like they did Gaddafi, man? Because Esau, America is losing, man. They are weak. That man wanted to use real gold, real currency, which is the Lord set up. The Lord set up a system for us, man, to use real gold and silver. Uh Trade, the real trade embargoes, different weeks, and you got animals to trade with, real wealth, land. Esau is using fiat currency, which is a Ponzi scheme, man. But they sitting on real gold and silver though. The nations, the world is tired of these bastards, man. Through his through what it said, through his craft, he shall call to change the world up, man. But now we see the Lord have exposed them. Now everybody can point the finger and say, these are the ones that's doing this. That's why the elites gonna have to go hide in the bunker, man, because everybody gonna be at their neck like a bow tie real soon, man. They're gonna have to go and hide, man, because they have been ruling the world with unjust balances and measures, man. And the Lord set it up for the earth to be lived in equally, man. When we talk about dealing with not equally as nations of people, because the Israelites, the Lord said He made us over all nations, but when you dealing with equity when it comes to crops, a monetary system, things will be done equally, man. Ain't no equity in the land, man, in none of these nations because Esau Edom, man. That's why he got to be removed. There's no equity. Let me close with that. The Lord is coming with equity, man. It's that Psalms Salakia. Let me get this. I think it's Psalms 91. Hold on here, bear with me. No. We were just reading this too the other week. It's a couple of them. I usually bring them out. Let's see. It's Psalms 92. No, Psalms 98. Hold on. Bear with me. So this is Psalms 98 and the last verse, which is 9, it reads, Before Yahweh, for he cometh to judge the earth, with righteousness shall he judge the world, and the people with equity. And there's other verses too that say the same difference. The Lord is coming to judge the world with equity, man. Because these Edomites got everybody, and that's why the scriptures say, and that's why it make more sense when you read in Second Ezra 9 when the Lord said there shall be earthquakes in diverse places and uproars of the people. Man, there's an uproars in every country around the world, man. Why? Because of Esau eating the so-called white man. He's been ruling the earth, and that's why I tell you in James 5 that he have heaped treasure together for the last days, man. Because this is all about them, the elites, these 60 families. When you go to that globalist elite list, there's 60 families on there, man. 60. This is for them By them, for them, man. Just like Fubu say. For us, by us. Yeah, but they been ruling the world in wickedness. And then they heaping up all the riches, man. The world is in an uproar because of these bastards, man. That's why they gotta be removed. Anyway, Lord wasn't edifying, gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to you. How Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakak, Wadash, the honor to the apostles, that the bishop has a great millstone, who well, who teach well, who are the apostles, and as a while Israel, right, accepted of none. In a sense, it's say, teach to all the octant, pushing this truth and believing this truth, with 4 winds of the earth, the entire world, sharing light to the whole elect. Shalom to the wealth who are listening, learning, ye few sisters who are listening, learning. Go off tuning in. Hey, I want to go longer, but it's getting late and I gotta hit the plantation because I can go for another hour or two. Your brother say, why are my words being deleted? You know, that's a good question, brother. I'm gonna tell you this. When brothers go live, if I go on the brother comment board, because I share everybody video. Like if I see a brother go live, I click on it. I might not watch it. I might watch some of it, I might not watch all of it, but I click on it. I share brother video. Every time I say Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shah, instantly they take my salutation down, man. And they've been doing it now for about a year. I don't know why, but every video I say Shalom on the brother coming board, a brother could be live. If I'm not a moderator on the brother channel and I say Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shah, Barakatah, they take my message down instantly, man. And that's any brother that I go on their comment board. If I'm not a moderator, they take it down. I don't know why they're doing that. But you know, it is what it is. Hey, so may the blessing of election be upon your houses. May Yahweh Shema Shah continue to bless you in your houses. I want to go a little longer, man, because I can pull out a lot more pre-sales, man, digging into these bastards. But the point is made, man. They are destroying the earth with unjust balances and measures, man. Which the Lord and these bastards said that the Bible is the book, the law of the land, man. But they judge you. They make you swear it on the Bible. They judge you out of their penal codes and their statutes, man. That's why these niggas gotta be removed, man. And may Yahweh Shema Shah destroy these Edomites with a speedy riddance, man. We hasten the time. Shalom, wa, ba, ba, ba.